Hi guys, welcome to Rav's Retreat. Rav's in the shack again today, doing some more videos for you guys. In the last two videos we were looking at life centres on the tailstock end, which I got a bit of a fetish for. But then again, I've also got a bit of a fetish for drive centres as well. Excuse me. So I thought today we'd have a look at some drive centres. We've got various 4-prong drive centres. We've got a 2-prong drive centre, which you've probably not seen before. And we've got my favourite drive centres. So first off, we'll start with the 4-prong drive centre, which was probably up until about 10 years ago the most popular drive centre. In fact, it probably still is the most popular drive centre, but up until about 10 years ago, 4-prong and 2-prong drive centres were about it. That's all you got. So there you go. Of course, now there are other ways of driving your wood. So let's have a look at some, shall we? This first one, this is specifically a 4-prong drive centre for the one-way stronghold chuck. You fit that into the jaws of the chuck, tighten it down, and then you can drive a spindle from it. Saves you having to take the chuck off. That's the small one. They do a larger version of it here. Now I don't know why I bought these, because to be honest I don't really use them. I don't really use 4-prong drive centres anymore, to be honest. So I don't know why I bought them, these two. The next up is this one. It's a little tiny, I think it's just under 1/2 inch drive centre, 4-prong drive centre. I do use this from time to time on little miniature spindles, but they are miniature as well. It does get occasional work, this one. Ow, just pricked myself with it. This one is from my old DVR XP 4-prong drive centre. Actually, this one actually worked really well. Of all the drive centres I've had, this one was one of the better ones, and it came free with the lathe. Right, next up, this is the drive centre that you get when you buy a Jet or a Powermatic 3520B lathe. Sorry about the dust on it and whatnot, but this is the drive centre that you will get if you purchase one of those lathes like mine. Next up, occasionally when my step centres are not big enough, I will occasionally resort to this thing. Now, as you can see, it's quite large. This thing is a bit of a beast as 4-prong drive centres go. I do believe it's about 1 3/4 inch or even 2 inch across. A 2-inch drive centre. In fact, I'm going to check it. Let's have a look. One 1 3/4 inch, that drive centre. Now, if that can't get your wood rotating, there's something wrong. something wrong somewhere. So I forgot who actually makes these, but they're very well engineered. They're quite expensive. You can actually buy the arbor, the drive, the Morse taper section is separate from the head. You actually buy them separate, so you can put various size heads on this Morse taper. So, but as I said, that tends to persuade wood to behave. There is, of course, one downfall of the 4-prong drive centre, and that is if you get a catch. Sometimes bad things can happen. If you get a nasty catch, sometimes it can cause the wood to jump off the drive centre and come flying off the lathe, which is never a good thing. It can be quite frightening. I've actually had it happen a few times. I've not suffered any injuries from it, but it's quite a frightening thing when it does happen. So that's the downside to the 4-prong drive centre. Now the drives that I use most of the time now are these, the Steb centres. These things are brilliant. If you've never tried these things before, I can highly recommend that you go buy one and try them. They are brilliant. If you get a catch with one of these, all that'll happen is it'll just spin on the teeth. It won't come flying off at you. Okay? If you're just learning how to wood turn, this centre pin is spring loaded, so you can put as much bite on them teeth as you want. You can have them just barely touching, you can have them halfway in, you can have them fully in. It's up to you. If you're confident in your wood turning, have them fully engaged. These things are brilliant. They come in 3 different sizes. This is 1 1/4 inch, this is 7/8, and they do a 1/2 inch one as well, which I haven't got, but I will be getting as soon as I can. They are brilliant. I highly recommend these guys. I think these are the biggest thing to happen in drive centres in the last probably 100 years. They are brilliant. I mean, before these, pretty much everybody was using these. Now, most people that try them buy one. You know, it's that good. They're brilliant. Highly, highly, highly recommend these guys. If you've got a wood turning shop, you know, that let you try things, go and try one, and I'll pretty much guarantee that you come out of that shop with one. They are that good. Brilliant. And also, if you've got a Steb live centre, it then enables you to do basic off-centre turning, because the teeth grip. I mean, as long as you engage that centre pin somewhere in the wood, let me show you. Okay, normally, let me show you with this one. Normally you would engage, you know, in the middle, wouldn't you? Well, there's nothing stopping you bringing it over here, like so. You can then do basic off-centre turning. Can you see? But you would need either a cup centre or, better still, a Steb live centre. Let me show you. Where? Here we go. No, I'll show you with this one. It's a bit bigger. Where did I put that? Oh, it is. Show you. You could then, if you engage one of these from the tailstock side, Can you see? You can then have basic off-centre turning, and you'd be surprised. You can make some pretty good stuff just by using step centres and a step live centre. You know, if you're looking to get into offset turning, there's a good way into it. But they are brilliant. You know, even if you're not wanting to get into offset turning, they are brilliant ways of driving your wood, guys. Highly recommend them. Right on at the end is this thing. This is probably the world's largest two-prong drive. And I'm going to show you how this works in the next video. So I'll put it down for the time being, and we'll end this video here. But if you know anybody that's got these, go and ask and see if you can try them. And I'll pretty much stake my hat on it. And I love me hats, I really do. But I'll stake my hat on it that you buy yourself one of these after you've tried one. Okay? They're brilliant. Highly recommend them, guys. Right, guys, we'll end that there. It's just a quick rundown of the four-prong drive, various drive centres. And I hope you'll join me on the next one, which I will show you how this thing works. Right, guys, catch you later. Take care now. Bye-bye.